It's been five years in the making.
It will be only one winner here. And
we're here to find a racing driver.
They're coming from the sofa and suddenly one day they can be a professional racing driver.
In reality, this will be the only chance they'll ever get to make their dreams come true.
GT Academy offers one gamer the chance to become a professional racing driver.
In 2008, I won GT Academy, first GT Academy winner. Before, I was a normal student from Madrid, and obviously my life completely changed.
The prize you get is really big. It's almost impossible when you don't have a good background or sponsors, so it's an amazing opportunity.
What do you do? Well, I work in a bar. I race cars for a living, and it's mega.
Earlier in the year, 756,000 virtual racers from across Europe entered a competition, hoping that their gaming skills would translate to the track. Only the 42 fastest were invited to race camp at the legendary Silverstone circuit, where they will be mentored and judged by the biggest names in motorsport. They will face a week of the toughest physical and mental challenges of their lives. Just one will last the distance and sign a pro contract with a real race team.
Welcome to Silverstone.
It's just unbelievable that we finally got here.
It's so big experience to be here at Silverstone.
This is going to be your home for the next week. I'm Simon Fitcher, your performance director.
Simon has worked with some of the best drivers in F1, including Sergio Perez and David Coulthard. It's his job to put the winner of the Academy through an intensive driver development program to get them up to a professional standard.
You're going to be tested physically and mentally to your limits. And we're looking for one of you to join the GT Academy race team. One of you will win. If you go home, make sure you did everything you possibly could before leaving. To assist you over the next week, we have some of the best driver coaches in the world.
Each territory will be led by two highly skilled and experienced driving pros, and the Nordics team will have two of the very best. Risto Virtanen is a Finnish former racing driver who started in karting, moving up to F3 and Formula Nippon in Japan. He is a test driver as well as a fully qualified instructor, and is the perfect person to see who has the potential needed to make it as a pro.
We are not only looking for the quickest driver, we are looking for the best talent.
Stefan Johansson is an F1 legend. He competed in over 100 Grand Prix against the likes of Ayrton Senna, Keke Rosberg and Alain Prost, finishing on the podium 11 times. He has also won the world's most famous endurance race, the Le Mans 24 Hours.
We're taking a bedroom gamer and turning him into a racing driver. This is really the most incredible opportunity these kids are ever going to get.
Together, the judges will cut down the field of gamers as the week progresses, helped by a team of highly experienced professional drivers.
we would have hit the car in front, in the side, for sure.
Risto and Stefan will compete against the other 6 territory judging teams to try and ensure that it's their gamer who emerges victorious overall. But it will be head judge and British Grand Prix winner Johnny Herbert who will have the final say on which gamer from any of the 7 territories wins racing's most incredible prize.
The gamers are going to find lots of different kind of tasks. We are looking how they are handling with the car. There are psychological tests, fitness tests. We are checking how they are handling in a new situation, the new track. It's a combination of many different areas.
As the week progresses, the challenges will get tougher, and only the most promising gamers will make the cut. And before a car has been driven, first impressions are already starting to form in the minds of the judges.
They're all very, very different in their personality.
Søren and Timo, they are quite open-minded, easygoing persons, easy to talk with them.
Milan is very, very quiet. He's clearly focused. He's got this far. He's obviously know what he wants. Jesper is a little bit the same. He's kind of in the middle there. Doesn't say an awful lot. Johnny is very, very focused. He's here to win, I think.
He's got some experience in local Formula Ford races in Finland, so he should be a little bit quicker than the rest of the field in the beginning. Filip is one of the youngest ones, so it's really interesting to see how he will do, because he doesn't have any experience in a track or even with the cars. I think the Scandinavia group is pretty strong. It's Scandinavian mafia. We're gonna teach the rest of the world how to drive a car.
The first challenge is fast approaching, but before they get on the circuit, the gamers are taking every opportunity to practice that comes their way.
Guys are getting used to the Silverstone National Circuit. They are driving with 370 sets, so they start to know about the car. The next we'll take the real cars out of the garage. With Gran Turismo 6, it's so realistic that you can find all the bumps from the track and see what curves you can use or not.
Simulation over, and it's time to hit the track.
Time to turn virtual to reality.
This will be your first opportunity to drive a real car. This is the benchmark 1 test. You're going to get one timed lap with an instructor next to you. He'll purely observe what you're doing, but he won't give you any advice.
And the reason why we are here, we are looking for the raw talent. So give your best. Unfortunately, at the end of the day, one of you has to go back home.
Dealing with real changes in momentum will be one of their toughest challenges.
I think the biggest difference is the weight transfer. You don't feel the car moving here.
The transition from virtual to real life will force the gamers to quickly adapt and understand the basic rules of physics. A vital concept they'll need to learn is weight distribution. This all relates to the car's center of gravity, the point through which all the forces act. Whenever the car changes speed or direction, different forces act against it, increasing pressure on control. When braking, forces act on the front of the car. When the driver steers the car, these forces act from side to side. The forces increase in strength with speed, making the car harder to control. The gamers will be timed on a flying lap around Silverstone's national circuit in the Nissan 370Z Nismos. With no advice from the instructor next to them, it's the only chance for Risto and Stefan to see who has the raw talent needed to succeed. It's the very first challenge of the Academy, and mechanical engineer Timo is first up.
There's some pressure because you know somebody's going home. And for sure I don't want to be that one.
But once in the car, that pressure seems to evaporate.
Now I can just enjoy this. Oh, now I feel like I'm alive, and this is why we are here.
okay, and off we go.
Jani's previous driving experience is something the judges know all about.
Jani, we are expecting him to be quite quick, especially in the beginning.
I've been driving in Finnish Formula 4 Championship Series this year, and I got what it takes to be a real racing driver, so I'm here to win this competition.
And he doesn't disappoint.
It's a good lap, well done.
He's clearly super focused, and with a time of 72.59, he's over half a second quicker than anyone else. Milan is the last gamer to set his benchmark time.
So one of us is going home today, but I don't think of that, so I don't have any pressure.
But despite his calm exterior, it doesn't seem that way.
I was a little bit too quick in the corners.
I can't really talk about it, unfortunately.
15-1.
15-1. That was me.
He must have got his knickers in a twist somewhere out there.
I didn't do a perfect lap as I did in the practice, but I hope I can stay in the competition.
Stefan and Risto are concerned about Milan and want more information about his performance from instructor Jack.
He was really fast going into the corners, like to the point where he almost had to stop on the exit curb and then gather the car up and then drive back out the corner, which obviously is totally destroying his exit speed.
Yeah, and that's normal that people are first time on the track that they will do the mistakes. It's normal, but most of the guys, they learn very quickly to fix them.
Meanwhile, at the other end of the scale, it's not Jani's speed, but his temperament that is concerning instructor Charlie.
Yeah, he's done your quickest time in the session, so I think he's quite competitive. He's here to win. Going, something's not right. Is whether he's annoyed with an instructor, a coach, or himself, or he's quite, to the point.
Jani's time puts him on top, with rookie Filip an impressive second. Timo and Jesper look comfortable in the middle, with Surun 3/10 back in 5th. But Milan's time of 75.1 is the slowest of the group by 1.5 seconds. A massive difference over one lap. The next challenge will be crucial.
One of us is going home, I think, so let's see who it is.
I'm driving like a World Championship final.
It seems like it's one guy going home today. My job is now not to be that guy.
He knew the mistake, but he didn't fix it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you're gonna have to pack your bags.
The fastest gamers in Scandinavia have been invited to compete at a real-life driving race camp in Silverstone. They're all here fighting for the chance to go pro. They will be judged by ex-pro racing drivers Stefan Johansson and Risto Virtanen over the course of a week on a range of physical and mental challenges. Today is the gamers' first day at Silverstone, and they know that at the end of it, one of them will be going home. Stefan and Risto want to see how competitive the gamers are in close, physical motorsport. So they've taken them off-site, away from Silverstone, for an unusual challenge. Stock car racing is notoriously dangerous, and the guys will be encouraged to push it to the limit, without endangering themselves or their competitors.
I think the judges are looking for competitiveness and aggression. You shouldn't be wrecking anybody. We are, after all, driving in real life now. We don't want to hurt anybody.
So you look ready to go. It's going to be a 6-minute long race, and your starting position will be drawn at random.
And it's the first time we see you driving head-to-head. So today you gotta be aggressive, but don't be too aggressive. You need to finish the race. And if you see an opportunity to overtake a car in front of you, you need to use it. We want to see how competitive you are.
You've got to do your very, very best, because one of you is going to have to go home today. Good luck.
Good luck.
As they prepare for the race, Risto and Stefan are giving the gamers some last-minute advice.
So as you've seen that on the outside line, it's really slippery. There's a lot of debris, so remember to stay on the racing line.
If they want to be fast, the competitors will need to take the best racing line when cornering. A good driver will enter the corner at the correct speed by braking on the straight and carrying the right amount of speed into the corner. Because the car maintains speed as it reaches the apex, it doesn't lose momentum. This effective cornering is vital in stock car racing when competing for tarmac space. In a heartbeat, the entire race can change.
Yanni Valentino Rossi, 46. Beautiful.
After drawing lots for grid position, the gamers prepare themselves for their first competitive race.
I'm a little bit nervous, but I think it gets over when I get in the car. I think I will do enough to stay.
It will be very important because this, and together with the benchmark, will decide who's leaving home today.
With the threat of elimination looming large, they go off like their lives depend on it.
They're driving like a World Championship final, so it's really tight competition already now.
With the slowest benchmark time by far earlier in the day,
I was a little bit too quick in the corners.
Milan needs to pull something out of the bag. But competitiveness is one of his major strengths, and he's not going to give up easily.
I like racing. Since I was a kid, I was always liking to sit in a car and driving. I like competition, and I like to see where I stand among the best drivers, and I always wanted to be best. I'm used to competition at high levels. I played football. It's a big team in Bergen, Åsane. I was playing in junior level, and they were the best in Norway. If it's me against someone else, I know I'm gonna be competitive. You should never give up, and you should compete till the end.
Milan is going well in second behind favourite Yanni, and that competitive nature is really coming through.
Look at Milan, he's putting some pressure on Yanni.
Yeah.
He goes past Yanni into the lead. To Yanni's obvious annoyance.
Oh, went wide. Great stuff.
Yanni, Filip and Jesper's scrap for position seems to give Milan the opportunity he needs to go clear at the front.
They're losing their rhythm, every one of them, it looks like. So Milan's doing great this time.
Søren and Timo are also under pressure from their performances in the benchmark. Søren thought he had a problem with his car during the warm-up.
No engine power. Up.
But even in a new car, he looks dangerously off the pace.
Timo is having some problems with the engine. You can hear that it's not running very well.
And despite his mechanical issues, Timo has also failed to impress the judges. Milan finishes well ahead of the others and has dramatically improved his chances in the competition. He can only hope this will make up for his mistake in the benchmark.
I think my competitiveness came out very well today, and I think judges saw that. I think I did enough in this challenge to stay.
Silverstone's instructors have been watching everything unfold.
Overall, a really high standard. So those guys are definitely 2 to watch, or 3 to watch even, you know, Milan, Filip and...
But I think Milan too, you know, he just quietly got on with it in the second race. I think he's one of those quiet guys. He kind of gauged everything up a little bit.
So what about the bottom end of the field so far?
Timo and Søren. I'd say they were a little disappointment. I was expecting more from them.
Yeah. Søren had complained a little bit about his car. They changed the car, and I didn't really see a significant improvement.
Søren seems to have been watching a different race to everyone else.
I think my performance was great. I do some consistent lap if you took the lap time. I think I have done a good job to stay in the competition.
Timo, on the other hand, seems all too aware of what that result might mean.
When you don't do as well as you would like to, it's not a good feeling, for sure. And hopefully I'll get another chance to show what I can do.
Who will fall apart on day one? Back at race camp, and with such a huge decision to make, the judges, instructors and Simon have lots to talk about.
Character-wise, Timo's a very strong character, very focused. Yanni as well. Søren, he has too much going on in his mind. Jesper's quite quiet. Filip, he's quite a young guy, but you can see he's got a lot of enthusiasm and he wants to do well. And Milan's a little bit quiet as well. I think the benchmark is something to go with more so on pace, isn't it, really, than the stock car, as we said.
Yeah, I think it's going to have to be, because it was so haphazard with the stock cars. Cars, you know, breaking down, and everybody was all over the place. You know, except Milan, who by that point was in the lead, so he kind of just checked out.
Going on to the driving on the circuit today, on the national circuit, I think Yanni is probably stood out in terms of his lap time and maybe his ability straight out of the box, but I think
that's like it should be.
Yeah,
maybe he's got the most experience out of these guys. It's really quiet, very silent. That's like his personality.
Yeah.
I think if you're working in a racing, it's a teamwork. You need to give a feedback. You need to have conversations all the time. So it's very important.
Push yourself to the front of the team a little bit more.
And when he stepped out of the car after, he said that I made a mistake. I was braking too late. I was carrying too much speed into the corner. So he knew the mistake, but he didn't fix it.
Yeah. And that's crucial.
Yeah.
That's the game.
That's it then?
Yeah.
Just go and tell him.
Yeah.
We got something to tell you. You knew what the story was when we started the day. Unfortunately, one of you is going to have to go home today. Milan, we were unfortunately very disappointed in your speed in the race car. You were struggling in the practice laps, and then you didn't really improve on the time lap.
Søren, there was a little disappointment in stock car racing. He was not doing quite well in the first race. For the second race, you changed the car, but the position didn't change so much as we expected.
Timo, you struggled in the stock car race earlier today, but you picked it up and showed a great deal of enthusiasm and capability to learn. Milan, unfortunately, you're going to have to pack your bags.
For a second I thought, oh damn, this is it, I'm done. But luckily it wasn't, and I have another chance. Yeah, now I need to pick it up. I don't want this to stop. Not for a long time.
It's a changing and learning curve, this game, so I'm gonna change.
Disappointed how I was eliminated, because I did well in the other challenges today. I didn't make a so good time in the hot lap, and that's what ruined for me. I think this is the end of my racing.
There's some crazy things going on.
I don't know who's weakest, I don't care. It's my job to be the strongest.
So your time is slightly quicker than the instructor benchmark lap?
Unfortunately, you need to leave the race camp today.